One jump ahead of the slow pokes, one skip ahead. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails, a Grand Arena story, guys. We are in the final match of the first expanded 5v5 GAC season, and gosh, I just now noticed my record is actually off on this thumbnail. I need to change that. I got a loss in my last match, and apparently I recorded it as a win on this thumbnail, which, you know, you're getting certain habits, I guess, but this... I need to watch myself. That's a pretty presumptuous and obnoxious habit, if we're just like being totally honest. So I'll change it. It'll be on my YouTube. Hopefully it'll be reflected on my YouTube thumbnail, but you're not going to see the change here. But that being said, guys, we have obviously had news. It's all the talk about CG is going to be taking away a lot of our off-meta counters for Galactic Legends. I will have a video out this week talking about my thoughts there. I don't think it's all bad. It's frustrating, of course, but... there's hope. There is absolutely hope. And so, on this final match, guys, facing a guy who does interesting things on offense, on defense. He usually runs a certain, he normally doesn't put that many Galactic Legends down. And so, this match sees him deviate from that dramatically. I don't know if he did it because I'm a streamer, or if he was just trying something new this season, or this week, or what, but it's pretty different. And hopefully we can get at least one off-meta counter in. I'll just be honest, there is one. There's at least one in this match, so... spoiler alert, not really. Who knows how I do, though. So, we're gonna miss them. Hopefully we give them a good send-off. I'm guessing by the time we have 5v5 next season, we will not have them in place anymore. So, unfortunate, like I said, but we can't dwell in the past. Let's dwell on the future. Let's have one nostalgic match and move on. So let's get to the fighting, folks. Alright, so here we go. We're already moving. We gotta pause it though, guys. So my opponent actually attacked before I started, so that was cool. And I have to check my CPU usage, guys. We've got the cool new watermark on the top left, but it's actually animated and it might start using too much CPU. So if it starts lagging, I might do that live. But that being said, here are my defenses. My opponent attacked. You can't see actually the battles, how many they one-shot. They one-shot my raid team. It's not an inspired raid team, frankly. I was hoping he was going to use Supreme Leader Kylo. I think he got like a 50-something on the raid team, which means he didn't use Kylo. He one-shot the Grievous squad, one-shot my General Skywalker squad. But the strange thing was, so he didn't attack Darth Revan. But the biggest thing here, folks, is he did actually attack my top zone first. So, I took out, let's see, that's a crew team up top, a Jedi Training Rey on the bottom. We have the Bando team that is not optimized for speed. That will absolutely happen by the time the next 5v5 season rolls around. Bad Sith squad, and to be honest, guys, so you guys who watched the last round, I just had a pretty rough round, and I'm just ready for the season to be over with. Frankly, I need it to be over. It's been killing my soul. Gosh, that's like the most dramatic thing, but it's been making me sad. I have just had a lot of outside concerns, lots of personal life things, along with, we got Crumb on our podcast, and we've done all this cool stuff, lots of external things that are happening, and so it's exciting, but man, I'm weary. I need to break, so I'm excited for the break, and this defense reflects that. So I had this Sith team, the Maul team, available on defense on my list, and I just clicked it. I just didn't want to have to deal with it. So my defense isn't super nuanced or well thought out. It's just, it's what I've been doing. So we've got the double flex in the back, of course, and then in the back here I put Geos because we had them available, and then a couple other GL teams and stuff. So nothing too intricate. Up top, or on the bottom here, my opponent has his Night Sisters, a Jedi Master Luke team with, check out all those Jedi Revan, Jedi Luke, Basti. So it's like 2 teams smashed into one, and this is his workhorse team that he always keeps on offense and kills stuff with. So he put it on defense. It seems a little bold of a move on his part, but he's also got that Bando team with Nest and Zalbar, and then General Skywalker team, because that's what people do. They put General Skywalker on defense, and then up top, he put a Rey team up top, which is strange. People should be putting their really good teams on the bottom, in my opinion, but he did that. He had General Skywalker, pretty quick Mothra team. That Cara Dune is 300 speed. I guess that's not like the fastest, but it is pretty quick. And then that Finn team with the veterans, I've learned to fear those as of last match. So we have some things to get through. And so the first thing I decided to do, I know it's 2 different teams here, but decided to use Sith Eternal with the Triumvirate. Like, we're going undersized, but we just want to make sure. Like, they're going to mark Traya, they're going to take a while to chew through her. There's no General Skywalker here either, so like we should be fine, but I don't really have that many Sith. Like, almost all of them are either on defense or... Oh, yeah, they're basically all on defense. I actually think the only Sith remaining on offense right now is Emperor Palpatine for me. So, decided to just take this, though. Palpatine might have been fun to have, I guess, but I didn't deem that necessary. So, we link Master Luke and Jedi Luke, because Jedi Luke is the one who hits the hardest, and Link disallows crits. So, his offensive output is going to be way reduced. And then, as soon as we can... we want to take out that Jedi Revan, because Jedi Revan is the source of all evil. No, he is the guy who can do Savior. He can revive people, and so we want to be careful about that. Sion wasn't able to just one-shot him. Surprise, your tank can't one-shot guys. But I was able to just one-shot him, apparently, with Sith Eternal's ult. And, I mean, this isn't a super... even match. Like, they killed Traya, but that's to be expected. We're not going to get amazing banners, but we're going to get through this. And you'll note here that I think... oh, that's right. So he did get his ult, actually, which is a little bit scary. I mean, he's wearing a black suit now instead of his white one. Decided to use Annihilate on Hoda just out of spite, and it took him out. So 56, like, no tactical reason whatsoever for taking Hoda out. Just pure 100% spite. Now we have to take out this General Skywalker team. We have Commander Luke. The question is, can we use Commander Luke to take out the newly changed General Skywalker once he gets up in half the time? I almost don't think so. Watch how many turns these clones take. He would have stood up by now, basically. Like, we would have had 1 turn to be able to take him out. That being said, do a single tap with Luke here. Just do a basic, like, leave him in his defensive stance, and then just go to work on these guys. You can do the shrug here and take out 5s. Gotta take out 5s first, and it's a race. Can we take out all of these clones before Skywalker stands up? And the answer is, Chupio is king of all that he sees, and he's good to go. Skywalker can change his stance, heal up for 1 protection banner, and 56 is probably the high mark of what you expect, but 55 otherwise would have been just fine as well. So we have Night Sisters left, Bando team left, and it's time. It's time to take these guys out. So we're doing the thing we've done all season, is the Aurra lead team against Bando. And keep in mind, guys, I'm just shooting at IG so that we don't trigger that 60% damage immunity thing that triggers like an instant turn from Bando. We don't want that to happen, so I'm just hitting IG until we get the contract. Then Mando goes and takes everyone out. You can see everyone here is close to death. Grief says, actually, you're not. You can be well, my son. Now, I made a minor mistake there by shooting IG. I should have just been shooting Zalbar. Frankly, we can target Queel outside of it, but we may as well just... so here's the thing. We need to get a big hit on Nest as soon as we can. Nest was kind of modded strangely, in fact. She had very little tenacity, very little potency or anything. She had health. That's how she was modded, was health. So pretty strange. But at the same time, I mean, like, we could stun her potentially with Aurra. We could get some debuffs on her. But these two taunting tanks, I think I misplayed a little bit. I should have been targeting Zalbar and trying to get rid of his retribution. And so, like I said, I think that was a misplay on my end. I shot IG instead. But, I mean, in the end, this team is pretty forgiving. Decided to just try my luck with my Relic 5 Boba without, he doesn't even have all the 6 E-mods on him, so didn't quite one-shot Nest, unfortunately. But then Mando was just like, I can do that. Here, let me show you how. And Boba was like, oh, that's how you do it. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that you just disintegrate them. Vader told me a long time ago, no disintegrations, and so I just really took that to heart. And Mando's like, well, we'll stop that. Knock that off. That's loser thinking. And Boba's like, right, okay, cool. Thanks for the reminder. So got a 60 banners here. Decided to use troopers here because I was like, okay, we can use Vader on that Rey team up top. We can use Mothra on the Grievous squad if necessary. But whatever's in the back, like we have 2 Galactic Legends left. We have Sith Eternal and Kenobi. And if the guy put 3 Galactic Legends in the back, we might be able to find a way through anyways. But if he did, he is certainly not clearing that lone Darth Revan squad, much less my 2 Galactic Legends in the back. So, I decided to just take my troopers here to, take the easy road. May as well, just like mail it in. Sometimes you just gotta mail it in, guys. Unfortunately, my wife is scowling at me right now, I'm sure, wherever she is. But, just mail it in. Just use troopers on Nice Sisters sometimes. It's been a thing for me for like 2 years, and thanks to Klesso, and it can be for you too. Just mail it in sometimes. We gotta see what's in that back zone. Don't need troopers for anything, so let's just keep going. Now, in the back, it surprised me actually, he put a Kenobi team down. So, we've got Kenobi, we've also got these others. We've got it's a really fast Bad Batch team. Echo is 320 something, I think. I mean, that's not like really fast, but it is pretty quick. Faster than my Bad Batch. They're not all relicked though, so that's nice. Obviously only 3 stars on Tech and Wrecker, and then somehow Omega has 4 stars. I don't know what's going on there. Weirdness. But we also have a really fast Bo-Katan team with armor. Armor is like 312, 320, 300 something high speed, and I don't really have anything that matches that really for easy counters, and so those teams are a little bit tricky to figure out. Kenobi, I do have Kenobi for Kenobi, but we need to take out Rey first, because if something goes wrong here, then we may need to use our Kenobi team to finish off Rey instead. So, pretty standard stuff, guys. We're using the full Empire team plus Watt, because IPD is nice. There's no Foresight here, so Probe Droid can just dispel without worrying about Holdo, then doing an auto taunt right after that. So, we can have him dispel, and then Thrawn can go and fracture immediately. So that being said, we're not doing any saber tosses here, just doing ability blocks if possible. Hand the turn to IPD. Now we can dispel here. I should have put IPD speed just a little bit higher so we can go before Thrawn, but that's my bad. Now we can figure out what do we want to do. Like, can we just saber toss Finn off right away? That way, if we do, we get another bonus turn, and then we're only 1 turn away from getting another Merciless here. So, if you can saber toss someone with Vader right away, early-ish on, and just get that bonus turn, pretty nice actually. And that's going to be relevant for future matches as well. So this Rey doesn't have protection up. She doesn't have protection up, but she also does not have crit avoid arrow. So Holdo, of course, is giving her crit avoid, but Vader's like, I'm just going to crit you anyways. This is my last time to actually do this counter. We're going to crit avoid you, okay? And so we did 700k damage, pretty nice way to send her off. Used my basic from Thrawn to get the stun on Poe there. That is one of my favorite moves. If you see ability block with Thrawn, just stun them. It's fancy. That's all you gotta do, just pull the trigger. So now it's like, okay, what are we gonna do? May as well just Culling Blade, L3, so we get another turn, get that bonus turn, and then we can Force Crush. That takes out Holdo. Poe already has his damage immunity. I forgot for a minute there, so it doesn't matter. We got 60 banners and we can move on. Might be the last time I ever do that counter, folks. So I'm glad we got a 60 to send her off. Now, they started actually causing some issues. I was trying to figure out what teams I was going to use now, and it's like I don't really have great options actually. So this is a really sketchy counter, folks. I don't like using Jedi Revan against Mothra, especially we don't have Jolie and we don't have Grandmaster Yoda. But Jedi Luke is the only reason I would like consent to taking Jedi Revan here. Otherwise, a lot of Jedi Revans either get shot off the board or they time out against Mothra teams because they get the turn meter bit in their mouth and they won't let go. So we took out the weakest Link character. I actually don't remember even which character it was. They were so weak that they just died like a dog. Not that dogs are inherently weak or something, guys. Don't get too mad. But trying to figure out who I should attack here, what I should do. Decided to do the saber toss so that I could get closer to another mark, so we could mark Biggs and take him out. So Wedge died like a chump. Decided. The thing is, we don't want her to start reviving people, start getting the mass assists, all that stuff. We do need to take out Kara, because Kara, in a lot of ways, is the biggest pain on this team. And so they're starting to get to the point where they're going to get turns soon, and we don't want them to take turns. Now Mothra re-summoned Wedge, which I was like, man, I'm just really scared right this moment. It's just terrifying. So, gonna hit Biggs. We can't target anyone else but Biggs because he has the mark, and suddenly that's gone. Like, he's already taken 2 turns, but then I killed Wedge and then I killed Biggs and it was fine. But it was on the edge, like it wasn't that great. The worthless guy actually didn't even appear there, so that was kind of nice. And then we could use Mothra, so we have a slower Mothra team than the Mandos, and so they do mass assist. Scout Trooper barely lives. But now we can start getting some turn meter train going. You can look at all of the turn meter and everything on people. If you want to pause, it was a question of who was going to take the turn after we summon Worthless Guy. And it looked like Kara was going to get the turn before Bo-Katan or Sabine, in which case we could have Kara go in and take him out. And then I remembered belatedly that Pow was going to take the next turn because he gains all that bonus turn meter based off of basics that everyone does. So then when Kara went, reduced all the turn meter, I was like, okay, we got this. But the start was a little bit sketchy. Scout Trooper almost died, but I mean, who needs that guy? No, I've never liked him. Looking for a chance to steal turn meter from someone, but no one presented themselves. Decided to do a big heal there for fun. You can do extra damage when you do the big heal. It's cool. Take out armor and then take out Canderous here. So you can see Scout just he's almost full health, but he's just not quite there. So Stormtrooper is stunned, decided to use Biston's special there just for fun. Take away his, I was like, we're taking away your friends, and now we're going to take away your turn meter. So you literally have nothing. Like, and the Stormtrooper's like, no, not my turn meter. And then Pal throw grenades because he's crazy. I like that guy, but he is crazy. And we got a 60. So I don't know if that Mando team had like one more Mandalorian on it, we could have been in trouble. So we're using Bad Batch here, and against Grievous, I was like, man, okay, I know people say that it's a quote-unquote hard counter, but it just makes me super nervous. Like, I've seen people fail with it, despite the hard counter stuff. So I decided to do something different here. I don't have the full stacks of his Enraged or Furious or whatever it's called. So I still did the AoE to give everyone defense up, in which case now we're going to be doing true damage to everyone. we don't want to hurt Grievous too much here, because now he's going to assign taunts, but there we go. So we did actually hurt him enough. Now everyone... Now he's assigning taunts, he's going to be doing AoEs, but our guys are actually not taking much damage. Now keep in mind, everyone is Relic. I think Relic 5 is the highest, and it's on Hunter, of all people. But everyone is like Relic 2 or 3 at least, so our Bad Batch doesn't suck. Like, they're fine. Managed to kill both Magna Guard and B1 at the same time, so Grievous only got 1 AoE, so that was fun. Now I'm trying to find a way to heal everyone before we get to the final kill here, because it's inevitable at this point. We are inevitable. So just getting heals on everyone, passing around turns, doing things like button mashing and killing Grievous for huge damage. So 61 banners, and now we only have 1 team on the top and a couple teams on the bottom, including this Kenobi team. Obviously gonna just use our own Kenobi team, but they don't have Cat with Kenobi, so we get to play this really lopsided match, and I was like, man, I have Padme as well. I have Padme available. We could split into 2 teams and use Cat somewhere else, but why not just use Overwhelming Force? If we have enough teams, we may as well just take this guy out. So, I mean, even though he's one-shot all of my teams so far, he hasn't been particularly efficient against me, so may as well just have an overwhelming advantage here. And so we used Kenobi, used Cat to kill their own Kenobi, and the route is on, frankly. I mean, this is a pretty unoptimized team anyways, and I really think that Kenobi is actually, like, you need to put really good characters on him for defense, or you need to just keep him for offense. That, to me, that is super important. Like, just do that. Do like I just said. Have really good teams on, have him on offense so he can take whatever you want, and you can have flexibility to, like, take Padme alongside him, maybe even, so then you can mix and match as you will, and just like get all wishy-washy and like, I don't know what to do in the when you're in the match against him, but yeah, oh, check that out. 539k damage, pretty cool. I kind of manipulated it so that Cat would do a huge amount of damage there, but as you can see, like, that was no issue whatsoever. And now we have Gideon against this really fast Bad Batch squad, because he can reduce all of their damage and all of their turn meters, so we can get turns. Now we only have Bando. We just deleted Omega, so that was pretty cool. Then we could take out Wrecker there, because Canderous just does a huge amount of crazy damage. And then Echo got a turn, so everyone's dazed, everyone is healing immunity, and I forgot for a second that I could just dispel everything by using the Bo-Katan special move. So I was like, okay, well, Jango can double tap his way to killing Tech here at least, not realizing that I actually had daze on him. So, well, apparently I did, but I was like, oh, maybe instead of taunt we can do double tap. No, I actually did. Okay, this was at the point where I discovered that. And then, you know, Tech's taking his turn, Echo, it's just a big mess. So everyone's using the taunt, everyone's taunting. Finally took out Tech, and honestly, guys, Bad Batch plays pretty well on defense. Like, this wasn't a fully relict team, and granted, my Mando team isn't like the very most amazing, but look at that, Echo already got another dispel off, and, you know, all the healing immunity and everything. It's a pretty big mess. Like, I think this team is going to be good on defense too, especially once you get Relic on everyone. So 54, I was happy to get away with that. I think that was the final squad fight though. So we pulled ahead though. Of course, he still has Darth Revan in the back there, or up top there. Oh, and I guess that wasn't the final squad. So we have this Finn lead team with the veterans. I do have Night Sisters, and you gotta be careful because there is daze on this team, and Night Sisters hate daze. It's like insurance companies hate him with this one secret, you know, and Han has that secret. He knows his business. So, just decided though I think it's Han that does daze. It's a secret from even me, guys. I don't even know. Trying to figure out what I should do here, because I don't want Poe around, because we want to take this So this is the minutia of small teams, guys. You don't want to take out Poe, or you do want to take out Poe early, because once you are able to dispel Finn's taunt, which he's inevitably going to do, he would pass the taunt over to Poe, and you don't want that. You don't want to just get stuck hitting those two guys back and forth. You want to have availability to these other guys. So then I hurt Han enough that Finn taunted, which I was like, oh, I forgot about that. So apparently my minutia skills are just lacking. But you know, a lot of people would say that their friends' minutia skills, so to speak, are lacking, or maybe they're like really good at not having much, if you know what I mean. So, anyways, we're just moving through this. They're hitting zombie. I'm like, okay, we gotta, if we can, let's heal. Good, Daka gets a turn, thank you. So we heal up zombie and then take out Chewie. 55 banners, as you know, the trademarked. I feel like Nice Sisters have trademarked or copyrighted 55. They're like, nope, you can't use 55. That's ours, unless we want to use 56 sometimes and be inconsistent. So. He put some really weird fleets on defense. Decided to. I was like 30 banners ahead at this point, and these teams were so weird that I just decided. I was kind of. I kind of thought that he wasn't going to be able to clear me. I was like, let's just use some weird teams here. So using Finalizer here against the Raddus. Try to kill the Falcon. Obviously struggled a little bit here, and they've got all the foresight, so that's not fun either. Trying to eventually, all right, I was trying to figure out which guy I should bring in. Decided on Cad Bane, so he can do the AoE and miss the Sith Bomber, because the Sith Bomber has foresight. So yay, we don't get bombs on us, at least this time. And then whatever Maul's ship is called, it's not called the is it called the Silencer? No, that's Cruise ship. That's such a weird thing. I'm just like totally forgetting what it's called, but whatever Maul's ship is called, decided to use for the first time, for the last time, decided to use an AoE here, just to take out that resistance fighter that was hiding, so it was pretty close to dead. And maybe we'll find out what Maul's ship name is. Maybe none of us will ever know. Maybe that's not like a researchable thing. Maybe it's just like been programmed for a. I don't know. I'm just saying stupid things, guys. You'll have to forgive me. But, yeah, so, I don't know. So far, it hasn't been that challenging, though. We're working against the clock here. We need to make sure that Raddus can't kill our Finalizer, can't finalize us, or something. They get their Dispel ship, so that was pretty cool. So we decided to show them that we can dispel, too. And, you know, just dispel one ship. And so that was an impressive display of Imperial might, or First Order might. And anyways, once we finally got rid of the menace that is the TIE, or the Sith bomber, then we could continue with business as usual, one-shotting and poning noobs, get a 60 as usual, ignoring the fact that a 60 in ships is actually not as cool as a 60 in squads. And then we have this weird Chimera fleet with bounty hunters. Slave 1 is a very strange ship. It's still apparently, I've been saying like Slave 1 has been taken off of this, and it actually just hasn't. It still has the name Slave 1. I'm wondering if Disney's going to make them change or what, because they have changed it on Lego boxes and stuff. I don't know. I'll be interested. My guess is that eventually it'll happen, but it hasn't happened yet. I don't have an agenda on it. I'm just curious. So just need to get rid of that breach. Obviously, I got rid of it once, and then stupid Razor Crest had it again. So it just as like a so you guys know what, like, this is a pretty obvious fight at this point. One thing I will say though, guys, if you're planning on getting the Executor or Executor, like, I would advise hurrying up. I think that event is probably going to be kind of soon. So yeah, focus on that first, because it'll be way before Lord Vader, you know, Lord Whiner, Lord Amputee. So, oh, look at this. This is a really good pause. Just want to show the final score here, guys. I actually don't remember what it is, but we're at about the end of the recording. So, anyways, 28-33, and that's a really good score, frankly. I dropped a few banners here and there, but even messing around, we still got good scores. And at this point, mathematically, he can't win. Just because he's dropped enough banners. I think someone in chat said he had to average on the final 4 teams. He would have to average like a 69, giggity, but have to average a 69 on 4 squads to beat me. So obviously can't do that. I got the win and ended the season at 10-2, which is my worst season for. I'd have to look, like maybe 10-ish seasons. That's probably, I don't know. It's at least like 7 or 8 seasons. At least 7 or 8. That's like the most non-specific range that you can say at least for. But that being said, still an okay season. Cat kind of derailed me both of my matches. The first one because I targeted the wrong character and I deserved what came to me after that. And the other one against that cat bug with Rey, where Rey just kept her offense, and then, I mean, frankly, I think I would have lost that match anyways. Like, I just wasn't playing well, wasn't making good decisions, and so, you know, it happens. But 10-2, I'll take it. That sounds like so ungrateful. Like, fine, 10-2, okay, pull my, twist my arm, but I'm happy with it. We gotta pick it up. 3v3 is coming. It's an exciting time. Let's go. You guys didn't need to see that intro again. I apologize. I don't actually, but let's move on. I already did. Too late, Xaereth. You already apologized. But that being said, this has been a good season, and 3v3 is going to be something else. We're gonna have Cat there. Where does Cat go? I have no idea. Let me know in the comments. Where does she go? What are you guys gonna do? Like, 3v3 is going to be good because it's going to be a microcosm of preparation for 5v5 because, and I'm going to make a video about it, but essentially 5v5 is going to start looking very similar to 3v3 in the sense that we're going to have Galactic Legend counters for other Galactic Legend counters, and it's going to be, and then we're going to have really good cheap counters to the like A- level teams, like or A level teams, whatever you want to call them. Like General Skywalker is going to be buffed, Jedi Luke is going to be, I don't know, buffed a little bit at least as far as we can tell. Watt's going to be on defense a lot more now. It'll be interesting. So that being said, folks, I'm going to let you go. Thanks for watching this whole season. It's been a good season despite it being the worst mark for a while, and frankly, we grew a lot this season. There's been a lot of really cool stuff. So, guys, please hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. Helps the channel grow. We've been gnawing at the edge of the algorithm and getting more views that way. It's been good. Like I said, we've been growing, and you guys are a huge part of it. So, guys, one last time, thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xaereth prevails.